Hi there, another video for you. New stories from Ethiopia and Eritrea. Firstly, deadly clashes between Eritrean groups in Tel Aviv, Israel. A few hours ago, I shared with you the new story about the attack on Eritrean festival in Tel Aviv. Now we have received more details. It seems that some Eritreans were armed. 11 people there were shot. Who fired at these 11 people? Police is not confirming shooting 11 people. It means that there were Eritreans either in opposition group or in government group which used firearms. Secondly, Mekane Selam, South Wallo, Amhara region, fighting for the last 3 days in Mekane Selam between Fano fighters and Ethiopian military. What is the latest? Who is in control of Mekane Selam these minutes? Thirdly, Eritrea-Tigray border, where according to Tigrayan news sources, sounds of gunfire were heard. Where did this incident happen? And where is Ethiopian military in this sector? Is military deployed? Is it guarding Eritrea, Ethiopia, Tigray, Eritrea border? Firstly, viewers, alarming developments in Tel Aviv, Israel. Now, it seems that Eritrean festivals organized by Eritrean government-backed elements and opposition brigade Nihamado's protests are turning into bitter animosity, deadly and dangerous animosity. We saw a display of this animosity in Tel Aviv today, where near Eritrean embassy a program was organized in connection with the struggle for Eritrean independence, which started decades ago, and then Eritrea gained independence in 1994 formally. We saw that Brigade Nihamado members and Eritrean pro-government groups clashed in Tel Aviv today. More than 100 injured in today's clash. 114 injured according to police. Tel Aviv police has confirmed 114 injuries. 8 are in serious condition. The two sides clashed directly. Opposition group clashed with police too. The program was being organized. Opposition group already had obtained permission to protest at a distance from the venue where program of Eritrean government-backed group was being held. Opposition group violated its code of conduct. It started advancing towards the Eritrean government-backed program organized near Eritrean embassy. Police tried to stop these opposition members of Brigade Nihame. The police could not. The opposition members protested. They threw stones at police officials, stones, rocks, bottles, etc. They managed to reach the venue, then started direct clashes between Eritreans. And it seems that some Eritreans were armed. 11 injured people were received in hospitals with bullet wounds. Police also used live rounds. Police fired live bullets. Police fired tear gas. Then some police officials were injured. Police resorted to firing, direct firing, straight firing. And police is confirming that in its fire, 3 Eritreans were injured. But hospitals have received 11 injured people with bullet wounds. It seems that there were some Eritreans either in opposition or in pro-government group which were armed and they fired. Let's see, things will be clear after investigation. Arrests are being made. Around 40 people have been arrested so far by Israeli police. This is the worst clash between pro-government and opposition Eritrean groups abroad. Eritrean pro-government groups are accusing Tigrayans. They're contacting me as well. They're saying, Sajid, you are not reporting correctly. Basically, Tigrayans are in the guise of Eritreans and they are trying to sabotage the Eritrean festivals, Eritrean programs. So, by the way, I know these opposition groups. I have been covering Ethiopia-Eritrea for 4 years now. I am in touch with people on both sides. So, yes, there could be some Tigrayans supporting these attacks on Eritrean festivals, but majority of attackers is Eritreans. They are opposition groups members and they've been trying to unite. For years they have been struggling and they have now, they're seeing an opportunity that through these attacks on festivals they can maybe bring the Eritrean government to its knees. Let's see what happens. So far, worst clash between Eritrean groups abroad today in Tel Aviv, Israel. Secondly, viewers, the Mekane Selam, Amhara region of Ethiopia, where there have been clashes between military and Fano fighters for the last 3 to 4 days, reportedly. Mekane Selam is situated to the west of Vagdi. There were clashes between military and Fano in Vagdi, and then clashes spilled into Mekane Selam. From Mekane Selam, I think you can move towards the North Shore too. What we have learned from the ground is that though both sides are making claims about control of the town, but it seems that both groups are there in Mekane Selam. One part of Mekane Selam is under Fano control and the other is under Ethiopian military control. That is what was the case in Debre Marcos. Yesterday I reported. Same is happening in Mekane Selam. Fano fighters trying to defend their control of Mekane Selam. They are not retreating. Urban combat ongoing for the last 3 to 4 days. City to a standstill. No business, no shops open, no traffic. Businesses closed, shops closed, no traffic on the road, and fighting ongoing in the city. So, for the control of smaller towns and cities, the military is faced with stiff resistance. Fano fighters withdrew from big cities like Gondar, Bahidar, but in small cities, small towns, they are putting up a stiff resistance, making it difficult for military to take full control of these towns, cities. It's a long war, viewers, you'll see, if war is the right word. It's a protracted, long conflict, you will see. Military cannot clear Amhara region in a few days or weeks. Military will clear one region and the next day, next week, you will see Fano return to that region, or Fano fighters will move to some other region and then they'll return. They'll keep on changing their location. This is cat and mouse game. Who is cat? Who is mouse? No one knows, because both sides are changing their tactics on daily basis. Fronts changing on daily basis. What is happening in Amhara today? The fighting in Amhara today in one zone, and tomorrow it could be in another zone. So everything is understandable for us. Fano fighters want the military to be overstretched. They don't want military to be concentrated on a few fronts. They know that if military is overstretched, they would be in a position to hurt military's capabilities. That is what they are doing. They keep on opening new fronts, military after them. They retreat from cities, they return, and that is how it's ongoing. Overall, regional government, local governments, largely dysfunctional in the Amhara region. Thirdly, viewers, Eritrea-Tigray border, sounds of gunshots were heard on border, on Ethiopia side of the border, on Tigray side of the border. It seems that either Eritrean military conducted some drills or it fired towards Ethiopian military's positions. It happened in Lower Diabo zone yesterday. Locals heard sounds of heavy gunfire for around 30 minutes. The sounds were heard. Ethiopian military is there in Shiraro, but military is not right on Tigray-Eritrea border reportedly. That is what is being reported by Tigrayan residents of the area. They say military is in Shiraro town. Military should be deployed along the border. It should ensure that people of Tigray are protected, that Eritrean military does not enter Tigray territories. But ENDF is in Shiraro town. Eritreans are patrolling the border, and from border sounds of gunshots were heard. It's not clear what happened there. But it seems that Ethiopian military is not in full control of Tigray-Eritrea border. Why? No proper demarcation, no new demarcation. Eritrean military does not want to withdraw from the areas which are under its control. Military government, they say that whatever they're in control of is their territory. Tigray accusing Eritrean military of being in occupation of Tigray territories. How to decide? No one knows. Ethiopian military does not want to open any new front with Eritreans. So military is taking the back seat, and it does not want to open any battlefront on Tigray-Eritrea border. We'll try to update you more if we got information from Lori Diabo, Shiraro, etc. about this incident of gunfire. Thanks for watching.